Hey everyone, this is Bake for Life. Doing something random. I've been saying I was going to build this Lego Tallneck for a while, and I never do live stream builds. Because I don't know, I have no idea how long these things take. So I don't even know if I'm going to be able to complete all this at once, but we're going to go for it. Sorry for not being announced. I was not planning on doing this, but I had some free time today. I don't even know how to open this. I probably should have planned this out better. How do I open this thing? I don't want to like just pry it open. Good job, Henry. Come on, it can't be that hard, right? Do I just like open it up from here? That looks like the only way to do it. Alright, well I guess we're just doing it. Seems very odd though. Usually there's some kind of flap. But I'm a big Horizon Forbidden West Zero Dawn fan. I actually got into it thanks to my good buddy T-Man978. He convinced me to buy it like years after it had come out. And then I got obsessed with it. I put in so many hours into that game. So I'm finally happy to be building this. This is their Tallneck. You can see Lego number 76989, 1,222 pieces. And the box is really nice. I just thought it was kind of weird that I had to open it like this, kind of just tearing this whole flap out. I would think that we'd just be able to open it at the top or something like that. But in any case, you can see it has the Tallneck. It has the Watcher. I think it's the Watcher. Oh, maybe it's called something else this time. I forget if this was the Watcher from the first one or not. And then you can see some artwork from the game, and then the Tallneck itself and her little staffy thing. This thing is pretty large. Gets up to 34 centimeters, 13.5 inches, 21 centimeters wide, 8.5 inches. And yeah, so we'll see how this goes. This is my first kind of live build. The instructions do look really thick, so I don't even know if I'll be able to get through all this. But if not, we'll just go through one at a time. So it looks like you start with the base. So we'll have to organize these a bit. Get these stickers out of the way. We have 8 bags. We'll need number 2. We won't need number 4 for now. All right, so these are the ones we'll need. We have a couple loose pieces. And for those of you who are Lego enthusiasts and actually know the proper names of things like plates and tiles and stuff like that, I apologize in advance. I don't know what all the names of these are supposed to be. Like, I'm just a hobbyist, so we'll see how it goes. All right, so I don't even know how I'm planning on doing this, given that the camera is kind of in the way here, and I need to have the instructions. So I highly doubt I'm going to be able to get this done, but we'll probably go for about an hour and change, maybe a little bit more than that, before my kids get too rowdy. All right, let's see. All right. I guess we'll go with baggie number 1 for now. Try to get organized at least. Looks like we got Aloy, or at least part of her over here. All right. All right, let's get started. Hey, Brad, how's it going? It's going well. I'm having a good Saturday. Like I said, I have some free time, which is pretty rare on the weekends, especially Saturdays, since my wife works on Saturday, so I'm usually in charge of the kids Saturday morning. But hey, Katos, how's it going? very random for you to be joining one of these. I'm just going to be doing a live build. And again, I have no idea how well this is going to go. We're just going to wing it and see how long this takes me. I got to say, you know, for a long time, I didn't, I stopped collecting Lego and building them. For most of my adulthood, I didn't build it. But after getting back into it, it's amazing how detailed these instructions are. They have like a whole like software dedicated just to helping build instructions, which I think is pretty crazy. All right, so here's Aloy. Let's just keep building. She has a couple of faces. She has kind of like a smirky face. I'm gonna go with the smirky face and her traditional dreads and such like that. We're gonna build her staffy thing. I don't even remember what it's called. But as I was saying, for those who just joined a little bit late, I really got into Horizon from T-Man978. He's the one that told me about it. He's like, oh, you should, I don't know why you've never played this game. Definitely play it. And so I did, and then I got obsessed with it, and I probably put more hours into the game than he has, both the original and the sequel. But thanks to him, shout out to him. And then I just need the speary pointy piece. I don't see the speary pointy. Oh, there we go. All right, so here's her little staff. Kato says one of my favorite new game series. Yeah, for sure, for sure. And I played it after because he got T-Man got me into it after we talked a lot about Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, and he was like, if you like that, you will love Horizon Zero Dawn, and he was absolutely correct. Brad says, I didn't know there was any Horizon Lego sets. Gonna have to search it up. Yeah, this is the only one I think so far. I don't think they had one for the original. And then she has her little bow, which you can grip on here. All right, so there's Aloy. Kind of weird, but we'll put that, the way she grips her bow, that is kind of weird. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I think the biggest challenge I'm going to have is just finding pieces in a timely manner that's not going to bore you guys. So when I used to build these a lot as a child, my dad used to make me get super organized with these and literally like catalog and organize pieces into the same, you know, all the same pieces or same sizes, put those together and stuff like that. He was very much an engineer growing up, so seeing him do that. Are you going to TFCon next weekend? No, I'm not going to be able to make it, unfortunately. I have a lot of other family obligations that I have to do this year, so I'm trying to save some of my vacation time, but I wish I were going. I've been to Chicago a bunch of times, though, so I wanted to go back at least one more time. But I don't know if I'll, this time I definitely won't have a chance, unfortunately. Are you going to be there, Brad? Let's see. Or what about you, Kato? You're going to be there? Or anybody else who's online? Let's see. All right, so we got this piece. I don't even know what I'm making. Oh, I'm making the little watcher thingy. Or I forget what it's called in... it was Watcher in the first one, but I don't remember what it's called in the new one. So I think I need a couple of these greeny pieces. I was very curious to see how other live build Legoers do it. Even just like titling their streams and stuff like that. I'm not gonna make it to Chicago either. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I think it's just also getting kind of hard just to make it to so many of them. I've always been a fan of the Toronto ones the most, but those are the ones I traditionally try to go to as much as possible. And the US ones, I try to go maybe every other year. Now we got to make the tail. I don't know if it's interesting to see these instructions or not, but we'll go with that. Yeah, I'm hoping for a good East Coast announcement as well. I mean, it'd be great to come back near DC. I think the DC ones have always been really great in terms of attendance. So having spoken to some of the organizers before, they definitely said that DC area is one of the ones that gets a lot of the attendance. So I think there's a good chance we'd be coming back in the DC area, if not Baltimore, like last time, Reston, which is really good for me because that's literally less than 30 minutes for me, maybe like 20 some minutes, 20 some odd minutes for me. All right, so there we go. All right. Now we're going to start building the tail, I guess. Oh, no, that was the tail. I'm starting to build the head now. Okay. A bunch of these pieces. It's going to be blue. Oh, you can use the different colors for the eyes. We're going to go with the red eye because I was always getting spotted by these little watcher thingies. The other Lego set that I still have yet to build, which I really need to, is the Optimus Prime, which I think was, if you guys don't know, I think it was on sale during Prime Day. I don't know if it's still on sale, but it was on sale for a decent amount off. But I still haven't built that, so that's one of the reasons why I'm trying to do this live build as well. It gives me some motivation to actually build something instead of just making it just sit here for a long time. How did it jump from there to there? What? Oh, gotcha. Okay. I feel like it very much skipped some steps here. Like it went from this to that. Didn't even tell you how to build it, but I guess you can assume that this is how you build it by throwing these two pieces on. All right, well, this makes the neck and the head. And then we got to make the legs. Sorry, obviously I'm having a hard time watching. Brad says, I did come to TFCon Toronto and met you there at the table briefly back in 2015. Wow. Oh, yeah. 2015. That's probably pretty early when I started doing reviews anyway. So I don't think many people were familiar with me back in the day. But thanks. Yeah, I'm very bad with names, but if I probably saw your face, I'd probably be like, oh, yeah, Brad. There's one team member from the TCP, the Chosen Prime team, that I met literally like every con for like 3 years, and I got his name wrong like every year, and I would say, hey, I'll remember you next time. And I went through like Brian, Mark, like basically all the generic Caucasian names, and I got it wrong like every single time, and I was like, dang it. And then I finally remembered it's Matt, and Matt M. So Matt M, I won't say your full name. Matt M. I finally remembered his name now. So now that I see him at cons, I make sure to go out of my way to give him a shout out because I forgot his name for so long. And this is it. This is a little watcher dude. Pretty tiny. I think I got it right. I gave him the red eye, the red angry eye. All right, so that was good. Now I think the rest of this seems to be mostly platform. Yeah, this whole next section is just a platform, so we'll see how we get through this. All right. Longer piece, shorter piece. But yeah, I'm terrible with names. Terrible. I mean, I even try to... I go to a lot of conferences, or at least I used to go to a lot of conferences for work, for business development, stuff like that. And, you know, there's all these tricks that you can employ to try and remember names, like, you know, say the name in your head 3 times when you meet somebody and stuff like that. But I was always terrible. I was always great about introducing myself, but I was so focused on introducing myself and doing a good intro for who I am that I would forget to focus on listening to the other person. So clearly, I'm not a very good listener. This is super awkward, by the way, trying to build. I'm like standing up half the time. Brad asks, so what events or figures are you looking forward to the most at the moment? Figures, I don't know. I haven't honestly. My collecting has been slowing down a lot. Obviously, Skyfire, MP Skyfire. That's a really big one. Even though he looks a little too thin / cartoon accurate for me, still excited about him. He's probably the one I'm looking forward to the most. We'll see how the Trailbreaker goes as well. Obviously, with the Fans Toys one that just came out, that was a really good one. So, will be interesting to see how they compete. Oh, and Brad also says, I also remember seeing Bobby with his mask on walking around the aisle. Yeah, Bobby's a good dude. Yeah, and he makes it out to a lot of the cons, which is great. I haven't been to Skullfest. I only been to Skullfest once. I need to. I always forget to like put it on my calendar or pay attention for things like that. But he and his wife are super nice, really gracious hosts. It's a fun time. So if you haven't been out there to the Maryland area, definitely recommend going out and checking it out if you can spare the time. I actually grew up in Maryland, but not the area that Bobby lives. All right. All right, so we're getting somewhere. I'm also trying to speed through this because I know this is not the most interesting of builds when we're just doing the ground. I hope I just don't make any crucial mistakes. I'm speeding through this way faster than I would with if I normally built it, because I'm usually very super meticulous about things like this. Oh, one thing that I wanted to note, if you guys are watching and you guys aren't subscribed yet, I'm like super close to 8,000. I think I'm at like subs. I'm at 7,990 something. I think like 97 last I checked. So it'd be great to get to 8,000 at some point soon. And I need to do a giveaway as well. I'm also behind on the Chatterday Jeopardy. Been having some scheduling issues with the contestants, so I do need to get that on the books so I can wrap up season 1 of Chatterday Jeopardy, which has been super fun. If you haven't seen those before, check my channel. It's all basically Transformers trivia, pop culture trivia that we do with three guests. And I will be doing a prize at the end. So right now we're scheduling the fourth Jeopardy, and then we'll be doing kind of a tournament of champions where the winners of each of those 4 of those winners will come back, and we'll do one final game with them. But that's one of those things that kind of started randomly that I didn't know if it would go well. And it went really well. I really enjoyed it. But unsurprisingly, it doesn't get too many views. But nowadays, I found in general views across the board. I was saying this to T-Man and TM Reviews. Reviews across the board seem to be going down a lot for a lot of folks. And regardless of how many subs you have, there's some that we were talking about specifically who are really well-known reviewers that have hundreds of thousands of subs, and they're only getting a few hundred or maybe a few thousand views on some of their videos, which is really surprising. I think the other thing is shorts have become super popular. I know that's where I spend a ton of my time, just watching shorts like nonstop, and I binge watch shorts of all content and variety. I tried doing some shorts before. I'm just not that interesting, and I can't find topics that are super interesting. And the ones that seem to do really well are not going to be review content. But we'll see. Maybe I'll try to start making a little bit more shorts every now and then. All right, we're getting close, I feel, to the end of this. Or at least one half of this. All right, sorry that I'm kind of ignoring the chat. I'm sure there's not always that much. Have you ever played the PS4 Last of Us by Naughty Dog? Of course. Last of Us is also really, yeah. Kate also says, yeah, views are trash everywhere. Trash, yeah. Yeah, but Naughty Dog's Last of Us. I love Last of Us. I actually played that a whole lot, and I bought Last of Us 2 on day one. Is one of those other things that I bought and I haven't started, but I need to start that very soon. Yeah, yeah, Kato, that's good that you're doing shorts. Yeah, they're trying to promote it a lot, and they're probably trying to put an end to TikTok in the way that they're doing it. When's the 4th tournament? I would be keen on Try Jeopardy if you have me. Yeah, sure. Yeah, if you want. So the last two members of the Figure Action Podcast, Joe and Parts Former Matt, they're definitely on the hook. But if you want to be the 3rd contestant on the 4th episode, let me know. The easiest way is if you're not already on my Discord. There's probably not a link to it right now since I'm in the live stream, but if you check one of my older videos, there's a Discord link. You can join that, and that's the easiest way because we have a private channel specifically for Chatterday, and then that way I can get in touch with you and help with scheduling. But it's always like Saturday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern. It just depends on which Saturday we do it on. So yeah, Brad, definitely hit me up on Discord, and you can go up against Parts Former and Joe. All right, so it looks like this is the first half. Oh, it is below? Oh, no, maybe not. All right, let's see here. All right, so we got this part done. Let's put that next to Aloy. And now we are building some kind of towers, 2 weird little tower thingies that go on the bottom of this. So, all right, we're gonna build these in unison here. But yeah, I've really enjoyed the Jeopardies. At the beginning, it was really hard to come up with trivia, but it got a lot easier as time went on. It's still very time consuming, especially the before and after, which is a really fun category. That one's pretty hard to come up with good questions and answers for, but it's been really enjoyable, and it seems like the contestants have a really fun time with it. So that's good. Both my good friends, T-Man and TM Reviews, but they were both on it and they both failed. I mean, I kind of expected it from Sony because Sony, although he does a lot of reviews about Transformers, he doesn't know a lot about the lore across anything aside from G1, and even G1, he's not the best when it comes to trivia. But it was cool having him on and the effort he put forward. I was really disappointed with T-Man though. T-Man usually is really good about trivia and stuff like that. He knows all sorts of random stuff. So the fact that he failed to get the W was definitely disappointing. All right, where am I at now? Now I'm gonna make a couple of these little tower thingies. We need to make 2 of these. Kind of the same deal. Yeah, I don't know actually what to say. I don't know what to say while I'm building these things. Kind of awkward silence if I don't say anything at all. That's why I'm trying to pause. And Brad says he has a suggestion for a new category, maybe Transformers video games. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, maybe video games in general, because I'm very much into video games. So maybe we'll do one specifically on Transformers video games, of which I have not played very many at all, to be perfectly honest. And then we can do one on just general video games. I think that was one of our that was one of the topics on one of our chatter days before, just video game consoles and stuff like that, which was good. All right, there we go. It looks like this connects to the bottom of these here. We got one little gap in the middle. Oh, now I got to build the other side. All right. All right, I guess it's kind of like same thing as the first time. So let's go ahead. But what about the rest of you guys? What do you guys? What other Lego do I have? I don't have a ton of Lego. I have like really random ones. I really like the Lego Ideas ones. So the random ones like that. So I got Voltron. I got the Friends set. I'm a big Friends fan. So I got both those sets. What else do I have? I'm trying to look, but my Lego. Oh, I have like the storybook one, the pop-up storybook one. That was a really cool set. That was really fun to build and very different than many other sets that I've built in the past. I have the Wally one. What else do I have? I'm trying to think. Without, because all my Lego are in the hallway, so I can't really easily see what else is out there. But I have most of those. A lot of the idea ones. There are a couple that I still want to grab. So I have the Optimus one, as I mentioned earlier. I just haven't built it yet. The one that I kind of want to get based on our Lego Chatter Day and everyone's recommendations is the Pirate Island one, the redone Pirate Island. I don't remember what it's called, but that one apparently is really cool. That can convert in from a pirate ship to like a little town and everything like that. So that one seems like it would be a really cool build to have. But I really like the storybook one. You can like switch out the scenes from very popular ones like Jack and the Beanstalk, Little Red Riding Hood, and what was the other one? I'm trying to remember what the other one was. But yeah, that one was really cool. I really like the Lego Ideas ones. That in itself, the concept was really interesting. I taught a innovation, technology and innovation course at one of the universities near me just for one semester. It was actually a master's program, and one of the things I talked about was the idea of like innovation tournaments, and that's basically what Lego Ideas is, where you just open up to anyone, whether it's internal to your organization or external, and just run tournaments where you can garner ideas that may not have come through the organization itself for one reason or another. So, and then we actually got one of the early Lego team members who supported that, and he came on and did a guest lecture, which was very nice of him to do that, and it kind of explained kind of the history of it all, how they run it, how they select the winners of these Lego Idea competitions and stuff like that. So it's not just if you guys don't know, it usually works with vote. So you would post a vote, post a idea with photos on the Lego Ideas website, and then basically they let the fans vote on which ones they're interested in. But even if you get 10,000 votes, I think that's like the minimum. It really has to go through another round of evaluation, which considers, how much interest there is, how many unique parts that you would need to build and the costing of it, and if it makes sense, right, financially to go through with it. So it was a whole process. It was very interesting. But yeah, it was great to be able to have a guest lecturer that was part of that team come on to my small class and provide that background. He did leave that Lego team, and I think he's doing his own consulting stuff now as kind of a innovation consultant. I think it's like with marketing and like I forget what it was called, but basically kind of like a social community something like that. It's community consultant or something like that. I think his name is Tim Courtney. I want to say it's Tim Courtney. I'm trying to remember. It's been a few years now. Hey, Steve, how's it going? Steve says, bum seeing the TFCon comments as I'm coming home from Chicago today, watching this on my phone at O'Hare. Oh, O'Hare's great. Oh, yeah, so I guess you're not going to be back next weekend for TFCon. Do I plan to buy the FT40 Fort Max body? I got to see how it works out. I mean, I definitely don't really have the space for something that large, but I do want to buy it just because I think it would be very cool to buy. But speaking practically, I just don't know where I would put it. Same thing with like Unicron. I still haven't opened that because really I have nowhere to put it feasibly that would make sense. I've also just been super lazy about that. Same thing with like the RoboSen Optimus, transforming voice activated Optimus. I have that, and I just don't know where I would display it reasonably. And none of those really fit into my collection, except the Fort Max. But again, the Fort Max, like, where am I going to put something that huge? So we'll see. I mean, I'm curious what the cost will be and how they end up dividing it out amongst the rest. If it's just going to be, 2 more parts or 1 more part or however it is. So it'll be interesting to see how they do that. But some collectors are really into that. You saw the third party, I forget, that's doing like the super huge Fort Max. Like, that's just crazy to me. Like, where would you even put that? But good for them for trying to make something like that. That I would just have no interest in getting because it would have no place to go unless I put it as a coffee table. put like a piece of glass on top of it in base mode and made it a coffee table. Steve said my better half told me if I get Fort Max that I can enjoy it in my new condo after we get divorced. Yeah, my wife wouldn't care too much, I don't think. But I already take up basically most of the basement with all my crap. So, and I have, man, it's just sprawling. All my various hobbies just keep sprawling, and so the basement, which used to be more of a area for my kids to play, has basically just become my display area and or just stuff I haven't opened, just taking up space. All right, so I think, okay, cool. Yeah, I finished the base, at least. That's bag 1 of 8. So I think I can go through at least 1 more bag before I cut off the stream. How long have we been going? Like 30 minutes, 34 minutes? Yeah, I think I can go through 1 more bag. The bag is probably pretty small. So we'll put this off to the side. Aloy, why don't you just stand here for now? Little watcher dude. Okay. All right, let's go with bag 2. Oh, bag 2 seems super small. All right. Yes, we might even be able to get through bag 3. And I don't know if this is a little known fact or not, but one of the things that, Lego generally is pretty expensive, right? And when you think about it, like for all these bits of plastic. But I found out from my buddy Razorwire when I started collecting as an adult that that one of the things that is great about Lego customer service is that you can basically say if you missed you lost a part, you can just order it online. I've done that a couple times, like with my Wally and stuff like that. I mean, you can't order like 50 parts that you're missing, but if you lost like 1 or 2 parts or something like that, or even like 8 or something like that, I think they'll get those for you if they still have them in stock, which is cool. They do it like free of charge and everything. All right, so this next piece, we're basically making more of the ground. All right, let's just go with this. Oh no, I can't put these guys here because we're going to be building off of this. So, all right. We have one random green piece here. And I don't know if you guys have seen this too. I was talking about how like they have Lego instructions and a whole software that will build that for you, build the instructions for you. I saw an AI that would read the instructions from a book, and build it virtually as a model online. I thought that was cool too. All right, so let me check. New idea, Transformer shed. Yeah, they should have a Transformers futon, because that's where you're sleeping after your significant other kicks you out of bed for spending too much money on Transformers. Transformers futon. All right, this is pretty easy. Yeah, we'll be able to get through this pretty quickly, I'm hoping. As long as I don't mess up something while not paying attention. I haven't played much VR. I do have a PSVR, but I haven't used it much. And I thought my kids would use it a lot, but I actually have it set up in my office, so they don't even get to play it much. But I've been thinking about getting a Quest 2 for quite a while. Yeah, I've been thinking about getting a Quest 2. Now with the Quest Pro coming out, maybe I can get a Quest 2 for relatively cheap. I mean, that would be nice. Oh no, these are the wrong colors. All right, this is supposed to be the dark green. Oh, there it is. All right, and then we're kind of repeating and re-rinsing on this side. Interesting that they're doing this kind of weird design here where it's like half green, half gray. Yeah, Steve, you've been trying to focus your collecting as well. Yeah, that's where I've been. And at this point, especially with Transformers, I mean, so much has already come out now that there's very little that I absolutely need, since I'm primarily a G1 collector, G1 MP collector. So there's very little that I absolutely want to have in my collection at this point. I mean, I'm collecting the mainline as they come out just because I feel like I'm obligated to, but a lot of times I feel like the third-party alternatives are better. So it's an interesting choice that you have to make. Let's see, what is this here? Oh, gotcha. Okay. So I'm trying to figure out, from this front, it just looks like 2 pieces here, but it's definitely not just this whole section. So I'm trying to figure out how to build this thing. Where is, oh, there we go. Okay. Then we have this weird corner piece. But yeah, I mean, what are folks really looking for besides me in upcoming releases. I haven't even been really keeping up well with the news itself, so maybe there's some things I'm missing. I mean, a lot of folks are really into Legends right now, but I can't get into Legends. I've said it many times, but there's no way I can start collecting Legends at this point. Iron Factor's re-releasing their where is this? I feel like I'm missing a piece here. Is re-releasing their DJD, which is a cool set. Oh, there it is. Yeah, definitely a cool set that I would recommend. They're doing it so that the combined mode is a little bit more cohesive in terms of colors. But yeah, definitely would recommend that if you don't have it already. Single stud. All right, let me take a pause to see what other folks are looking. Why do you want to get the Quest 2 if you're not using PSVR that much? Because the VR it's not very good, I would say, and I got it very late into the collecting, and then the Quest 2 would make it easier for my kids to use because again, it doesn't need a separate setup like a PS4 and everything like that. So that's why I'm really looking to potentially get a Quest 2. So they can use it more easily. They've been asking me for a Quest 2 for a while. Hopefully you're not missing any pieces. My last set was missing a key piece, but thankfully I had a couple of spare pieces that, yeah, like I said, like I was saying before, it's a pain if you're missing a piece, but luckily Lego has really good customer service in that if you're missing a piece, they will send you one. What is going on here? So I think it's like this. And like this. That looks rightish. Okay, cool. All right, I think I got that. I always like these Superman looking pieces. I always thought they look cool. All right, so something like this. No, like this. Then we got a little green piece here. But yeah, I mean, I think I wasn't really interested in the VR initially when it first came out, just because the resolution, and same thing with PSVR. I find it a little bit difficult to play for long periods of time just because it gets kind of blurry around the edges and so forth. But no, this is wrong. This is definitely wrong. It's supposed to be a shorter piece. It looks like. Oh yeah, it was this piece first. But yeah, with the Quest 2 and it being so affordable, like you can get a used one for like $200 now. I'd definitely be interested in picking one up at some point. Oh no, I haven't. So Brad says that the next FT coming soon video. What was that? I wonder what it was. Can somebody share what it was? I mean, if it's not Jazz or Mirage, I mean, those are the ones. Oh, it looks like Mirage is next. Okay, yeah. I mean, we've got a lot of MP Mirages. What is it? Transform Element. I think that's the one I have right now on display. I also have the MMC one, and then I've had the other ones in the past as well. I forget what the other ones were, but they've been all been pretty good. Same thing with Jazz. I've had almost all of the third-party Jazzes, but all of them kind of fall a little bit short. So we'll see. Oh yeah, the Beast Wars. I'm a big Beast Wars fan, so would love to see them complete the season 1 cast. of Beast Wars for sure. I mean, I guess we still have a long way to go, especially with all the Decepticons. I'm not sure that most of them are popular enough where we would get them. Like, I wonder if they'll give us an Inferno, right? I feel like he's popular enough, but um, who knows? And I have no idea how popular the Beast Wars are in Japan. So I guess that's a question of how popular they would need to be before we got them. But the ones we got so far, I was pretty happy with. All right, so this is taking a little bit longer than I was expecting, just because it's a little bit more tedious. I mean, there's smaller pieces, but they all need to be specifically placed. So that's kind of annoying. No, that's not right. No. FT is taking over your season 1 collection. Yeah, I mean, most of mine aren't actually. I don't have a ton. I mean, I wish Fans Toys would hurry up and finish one of their combiners. I really just want to finish one of them. I mean, that'd be great if they could just finish just one, as opposed to releasing new figures like Jazz or Mirage. I feel like a lot of people are getting pretty pissed that they started 2 combiners years ago and they haven't finished one yet. It makes me wonder if it's a engineering issue or not. I mean, I think a lot of people probably underestimate the complexities of a combiner. Oh, I'm somebody was asking what else I'm looking forward to. I'm always looking forward to the Ocular Max combiners, the all-in-ones. So yeah, finishing off the Defensor would be great. I'm really looking forward to Hotspot, the way he transforms and does like the framing for the legs and stuff like that. That looks really interesting. And then they also teased, obviously, another combiner at some point. So we'll see what. I wonder if that will be finally revealed at TFCon Chicago or not. Definitely would be nice if they finally revealed that. I mean, I know who it is, but it would be good for fans to be able to see who that is. Yeah, I'm sorry that this probably isn't super interesting to watch me build all this. I feel like something's wrong here. I feel like I did something wrong with this one piece. Because it actually looks like it's supposed to be a triple layered. I don't see. Yeah, I feel like there's something. I gotta go back. I messed up somewhere. How did I mess this up? Oh, it goes like this. This goes like. Oh, that's how it goes. Okay. All right, I knew I got something wrong there. All right, so not a terrible backtrack. Later, Steve. Yeah, this little tool saved a lot of fingernails, so I don't consider it a cheating tool. I do know. I do think it's kind of crazy that we get one of these with like every set. Uh, you actually see a lot of collectors building something with this. Like I've seen one that's like a robot that they built out of these. It's kind of crazy. The things that people are super clever with Lego. Some of the things that people come up with are just amazing. Like I recently saw a fan one on YouTube that mimicked a beach and moving sand. So they had like a layer of um, blue, clear blue, um, whatever they're called, tiles, and it was connected to some kind of like mesh grid, and then they had like some kind of crank or one of those gear things, and then it would just like look like the water going up and down, washing ashore on the beach. It was super crazy. So people are Lego folks are really amazing. They're super clever in what they can come up with. I am not that creative. I do not have one of those like engineering minds for sure. Not to say I can't do things with my hands. I'm very good with my hands with regards to building things. I do a lot of woodworking, or at least not a lot, but I do woodworking. I used to do a lot more, but um, the thought and engineering process that goes into a lot of this, a lot of the things that they make is just phenomenal. Yeah, actually, for the class that I was talking about, master's program class that I taught one time, I tried to get one of these really popular YouTube Lego folks to come in and speak, but he said he does not do speaking engagements. That's he's the one that actually introduced me to Tim Courtney. Let me know he was buddies with him and that he was leaving Lego to start up his own consulting shop. So that's how that happened. All right, we're getting close to the end, and we'll probably call it a day after finishing this base. I know that's not the most interesting portion of this build, but time-wise, I probably do need to start paying attention to my kids, unfortunately. My kids were actually really into Lego when they were younger, but they kind of grew out of it, unfortunately. I don't know if it was, and it wasn't like one of those things with Transformers where like my son was into Transformers just because I basically made him like Transformers since I was so much into it, and then he grew out of it. No, both my kids, I think most kids really get into Transformers at an early age, just kind of organically. It's super fun, but yeah, now they're not. They're on their devices all the time, so they're not particularly interested in Lego nowadays. They're like 7 and 12, so I guess that kind of makes sense. My son's in middle school now, so he's not. He's definitely more interested in his devices and no longer asking for toys. He's always asking for like gift cards for birthdays and everything like that. They're at that age. Also, he's getting to the age where he's a teenager with a teenage attitude. not to evoke too much of the Power Rangers thing. We need teenagers with attitude. But no, he's definitely getting that. All right, I think I'm pretty close to done now. Hopefully I didn't miss any of these random little studs here. All right, coming towards the end. Thanks for the handful of you who actually stuck it out with me for some of this. I know it's not super interesting. I think most people probably don't enjoy watching live builds like this, but I thought I'd try something different. What am I looking at here? Okay, gotcha. But yeah, I'll probably finish out doing this build over the next couple weeks with live builds. Again, even though I know it's not super interesting, but need to commit once you get started. So I don't want to just leave you guys hanging with just a base being built. All right, coming towards the finish line. Oh, something's wrong. I made a mistake somewhere. There's supposed to be a gap between these two. Oh, I see. Okay. Using the cheating tool, as it was called earlier. But yeah, I mean, I don't even know how you would get in here without this. All right. Where was I? All right, getting close, getting close. A lot of these. Oh no, that wasn't it either. I don't even know how we even separated things in the past when we were kids without these. Hey, I don't think I have this piece. Oh, that's because those are from the next bag. All right. And with just these little tiny pieces, it looks like I'm done. Although I don't remember using this one. Oh, I did use one of these. All right, so it looks like I have 3 spares here. All right, so as far as the Tallneck goes, part 1 of the build, 1 hour in, and I literally only got the base and alloy and the little watcher. So not very far. We haven't even gotten to any part of the Tallneck, but I guess that is what the rest of the baggies will be for. Let's see. Oh yeah, I didn't even get through 3. How much is there of 3? Well, no, you know what? We're gonna power through this. We're gonna at least get through the entire base, because it doesn't look like it's too much. Just looks like a bunch of trees. So we're gonna power through this, and then we'll leave the Tallneck for another day. All right, let's go. Let's go. So we'll need these small little pieces here. This goes here. All right, these goes just on the little grassy knolls. This one comes over here. All right, I think I got those. Next, sorry, I probably don't have many chats, but we'll go. yeah. Fortunate that for your wallet that kids grew out of it, definitely for sure. Yeah, Lego is super expensive. I know at some point somebody was telling me that the that Lego were actually appreciating faster than gold was. So there were a lot of folks actually investing in Lego sets as an investment opportunity. I'm like, that's crazy. That's just nuts. I would never have considered investing in Lego as a means to put my kids through college or anything like that. But it goes to show you, they do have a market. But I just can't imagine it appreciating faster than gold. All right, we have these weird, to make some of these weird horny leaf pieces here. We're gonna make 5 of those, okay. Yeah, some of the Lego sets that I do want to eventually get, I feel like I should have just bought them because I knew I had an interest in them, but I just never bought them. But yeah, just waiting to buy seems like a terrible idea nowadays with Lego, with things going out of stock a lot. So that's why I bought like the Optimus, even though I knew I wasn't gonna get to him for a while. Oh, same thing with like the Nintendo set, the NES set. I have one of those as well, but have not built that as just because it's so large. They're such time commitments. Same thing with like Gundam kits. Like I have a lot of Gundam kits, and I don't collect a lot of them, but certain series and characters, specific models, I always want to get. Like basically anything from G Gundam I'll buy, but finding the time to build them all is the issue. I was thinking my son would get into Gundam because for a while he did, because my nephew, whose birthday it is today, shout out to what is his? I'm trying to remember what his YouTube name is. No, I'm not gonna remember. But anyways, it's my nephew's birthday today, so let's see here. But my nephew got into Gundam, and I thought my son would follow suit. But he built like one set, and that was like it. He was like, "Okay, I'm done." One set was enough for him. But I think it's a really cool hobby to get into. Again, it kind of helps you with like your engineering thought process the same way, in a similar way to Lego, where it helps you kind of understand basic engineering principles. What piece is this? Oh, it's a multiple piece. So this. What? This goes into here? Oh, interesting. Okay. I didn't think that piece would fit. What is it showing me here? Oh, gotcha. Okay. Got that covered. Then I got to build another one of these with this tubular piece. But yeah, I got to figure out what I don't think we've gotten anything for my nephew yet. See if we'll actually see him today. Luckily, he lives pretty close. But maybe I'll get him a Gundam set. But I don't know which ones he has. That's the problem. Maybe I'll just take him to the store where he buys Gundams and let him pick one out. I'm actually surprised that he's not more into just getting cash. All right, that's it. This goes here. Oh man, I hate these little leafy things. Oh man, these are the things that I don't enjoy building. Like this is not enjoyable for me. The foliage kind of things. My wife also thinks that I'm not very into nature, which is true. She's like, "You want to go camping?" I'm like, "No, not really." I'm definitely not giving him Unicron. Although I'm guessing he'd probably honestly appreciate it more than me, since he would actually open it, unlike me. Oh, gotta build 3 of these leafy things. That's why I never buy like these, like nature oriented. Which one is this? This one doesn't even. Oh, they're different. Okay. All right, got me confused for a second because it didn't look the same. But yeah, usually I don't buy anything that's Lego sets that are kind of like this. We had a couple Frozen ones that my daughter built that had a lot of foliage. Those were not enjoyable. We're just gonna stick these anywhere. All right. Now we're gonna build some branches. Yeah, I'm once I get done here, I need to call my nephew. What am I looking at here? I'm actually surprised I haven't messed up yet, or at least not much, given the speed at which I'm doing this and not paying much attention. All right. But yeah, if you guys are haven't played Horizon Zero Dawn or the Horizon series, highly recommend it. I think I put like 150 hours in the most recent, and Forbidden West. I put at least that much in Zero Dawn for sure. Wait, this one's supposed to go. I'm hoping that they release an expansion sometime soon. There have been rumors that there's an expansion coming out in the same way that the original had an expansion, but we've got nothing. There have been like hints saying that this specific area is probably the entrance to the new area, but nothing has panned out, and it's been months later, like several months longer than the original expansion pack to Zero Dawn. I think they came up in like 6 months after the original game was released, and it's been way longer than that for. Oh, this is not right. For Forbidden West. So people are expecting an expansion to come much sooner, but now it's been quite a bit longer than 6 months now. Okay, I think we're close to the end of. Oh, and then you have some weird viney thing that goes on here. I mean, this I've never seen this kind of wire piece before. It's interesting, but I guess it does add to the set, I guess, but I don't know how necessary it was for this to exist. I think the rest of these are just random leaves that we're throwing around. Where did these go? Oh, gotcha. Now we gotta make more flowers. The worst part of these sets, for sure. All right, here's one. Then probably, oh no, is that it? All right, these are just random extras, I guess. It goes here, goes here. Okay, all right, we're done. Bags 1 through 3, the base, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 will be the Tallneck itself. So thanks for joining, everyone. I appreciate anyone who came, gave a thumbs up, came to chat a little bit. This was a weird experiment that I was doing, but wanted to try something different. And since I needed the motivation to do a build, I felt like a live stream would be as good a reason as any. So appreciate it, everyone. If you guys haven't picked up this set, or if you have picked up this set, let me know how you enjoyed it as far as the build goes. If you guys are big fans of Horizon like I am, let me know in the comments. If you have any questions, comments, as usual, leave them in the comment section below. Brad, hopefully you hit me up on Discord and we'll get you scheduled for that Saturday Jeopardy number 4, episode 4, and then we can get that rolling as well. But thanks a lot, everyone. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed it.